Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of LLG's Random But Real podcast. There's been a few changes since we last spoke, and just so you know, Chef should be joining shortly. Due to scheduling and the fact that we do still really want to keep this going, we have changed the time from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And today, of course, happened to be one of my homeowners associated meetings, and I like to stay informed. And so I jumped on that. It just ended. So that's why I'm a few minutes late. I'm really going to try to work on that because I know some people are waiting and are interested in being a part of this. The other, I guess, not issue, but concern or thing that we're doing. Erica won't be able to join us today. We're going to definitely miss her whenever Chef can get on, and hopefully he will be able to join. Um, I use different platforms, and today will be my first time starting this process without having um, everybody kind of on. So we'll see what happens. It might just be me today, but that's okay. I can hold it down. I promise. Anyway, the other thing is that we decided to really make a shift. Mental health is really, really important to me. And as you know, my tagline was conversations about any and all things random with the entree, not a side dish of mental health advocacy. But because we've been having relationship conversations, and that's really huge on my heart, having become an author of 21 Days, which is also a book about relationships and dealing with conflict and resolving those type of things. If you see me looking to the left, it's because I am also checking for responses from YouTube. I want to make sure that I see everything that's being said. I don't want to miss anybody's comment or anything like that. So please excuse me if that's the case. And so now we're just going to have relationship conversations about any and all things random, but with the side dish, not, I'm sorry, with the entree, not a side dish of experience, life experience and lessons that we learned along the way. And I've learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. I think that one of the things that's really important about building relationships and things like that is that it's ever evolving, ever changing, ever growing. And so that's kind of where we are, still learning, still growing, still trying to figure things out, right? And I don't know about you all. My desire still is to be married one day. We'll see if that's what God has in store for me. But I'm also not rushing into anything. I want to do what's pleasing to God. Now, do I always do that? Nope, I don't. But I do hope and pray that my performance, my literary, my communication arts skills um, bring awareness and bring understanding and are used to enhance or really uplift and encourage people. That's always been my goal, even when my company name was Gillian Vocals Inc. Vocal stood for vocalist, orator, consultant, actress, lyricist, and saved. And I always wanted to encourage and uplift other people. And by doing that, I also encourage and uplift myself. That was really important to me. While we're saying that, even though it's not mental health anymore, I hope you all can see my shirt. It just says suicide awareness, and it's created by my girl Lori L. I haven't talked to her a while, but shout out to Lori. So mental health is still important to me, and I know that a lot of people are affected in relationships. And when they are, sometimes there are mental health problems or concerns. And so I am still keeping that to the forefront, although we don't discuss it as much on the show. So I'm just giving you, I guess, a preview of what's to come. But no matter what, I always want my words to be melodic, whether I'm singing, speaking, or writing, just like music to your ears. So that's kind of where we are in the change, in the shift. It's kind of been happening. And it took some people, they often reach out about podcasts. I'm still a singer. I'm still one singing lady. I'm still going to sing. Um, but in the light of injury, last year, recovery, or I guess this year too, because of that, a lot of things have kind of, changed. And in the process of those changes, um, I've not been singing as much as I used to, but I still love it. It still does bring me joy. I still plan on doing it. And so, if you all know anyone who needs a vocalist for an event, please still have them go to my website and fill out the booking form, www.LisaLGilliam, and that's GILLIAM, to Mary.com. So LisaLGilliam.com. And I look forward to, working with you all and talking with you all and finding out information with you all. So that's kind of where we are with that. Just give me a second. It is not very, well, I am not very versed on checking messages and also speaking to you all. So I don't have any specific things. Remember, it's random but real. So these comments are my comments, although I used to be a former counselor, mental health therapist, so to speak. And I did counseling for like 20 years. That's not what this show is about. It really is me sharing, like I said, my life experiences, me sharing the things that I've kind of gone through and hoping to help you all through that process as well. So that is kind of where I am when it comes to that. Life has been really interesting for me. And it's funny how, and you all tell me, maybe you have experienced this, maybe you haven't experienced this, but have you ever been in something with someone or a relationship where you met somebody and it wasn't a relationship yet, but you did meet them, and all of a sudden you started having feelings for them and you didn't expect those to kind of take place? I feel like in my life, especially in the last few years, that's kind of where I was or have been. And I'm learning to navigate that, learning to navigate my feelings, my emotions, as with regards to that, especially the surprise situations that have arisen. um, I do share a lot of what happens to me on this platform, but I also share a lot of just kind of what hasn't happened to me, so to speak. I am um, really interested in learning from other people and hearing their thoughts. And sometimes, that works out and sometimes it doesn't. And in the process of that, I try to always remain teachable and learn from other people. And so I feel like I am now doing just that, learning from other people, um, finding out what makes them who they are and how their lives possibly affect me. Um, it's been an interesting journey. Anybody else feel that way? Like, have you ever been in something where you're just like, I'm not exactly sure if this is what God has for me, or even if this is what I want, but you kind of followed through with it? Or have you been the type of person to kind of, you know, stay back, don't deal with, don't try to find out um, or explore what could happen? You know, I really do want to hear from, those who are watching. I'm still trying to, so I have it up, but hold on one second. See? All right, good. She's not supposed to hear me twice. Okay. All right. So let me just greet the people that are watching on Hi, Tracy. Good evening. How are you? Um, I appreciate you joining. That's my friend, y'all, co-author. So I am going to just type in and say hello. uh, yeah, I'm proud of Tracy. She is, that's my girl. We don't get a chance to talk as much, but we did talk this week, so that was cool. But just interested. What do you all think is or what makes you want to move forward in a relationship? What makes you decide, you know what, this person is a keeper? Um, any takers on that? For me, I do pray about it, but y'all, can I be honest? Sometimes I don't pray and listen like I should. I pray, don't always listen. And I'm trying to get to this place where I'm listening, um, because I don't want to make the same mistakes that I made before. And I say this hoping that I don't make the same mistakes, but history has repeated itself in the past. So what do you think? Do you think that you tell me, what is your reason for moving forward or deciding that you're going to stick with something or stay with something? Um what makes you actually give a person a try? And I'll give you some time. Hopefully my co-host will be on soon. Cause y'all, for real, it's up to me. Yes, I can talk. I do lives on other platforms too, but I love having conversations more than I like hearing myself speak. I don't even really like to hear myself sing either, but such is life. So yeah, I would love to know, like, what is it? You care to share? Anybody on YouTube? The reason that you think of prayer as a part of reframing how we proceed. In the past, I just went with the flow. I feel you on that. I definitely understand that. Yes, I I had a lot of go with the flow moments. And that didn't work out too well for me. Definitely didn't work out too well for me. And I'm really trying to honestly do something different this time. Um it just isn't worth it. You know what I mean? To do it my way. Um, Especially because I'm clearly still single. So obviously something did not work out. And if I was supposed to be in the relationship with someone, then I'm assuming that I would have already, you know what I'm saying, done that. Um Not for me either. Exactly. And I'm laughing, but it's not funny, y'all. There's so many people like me who do want to be in relationships, who do want to be with someone who, remember, if I'm looking away, it's because I'm checking different screens. They want to settle down, and that's me. Like, put me in the game, coach. Coach would be God. But it just hasn't happened yet. And sometimes I really get frustrated. Like, man, like low key upset. Like what is going on? Why am I not um, in this situation the way that I thought I would be, or why did the situation, relationship, whatever you want to call it, work out in the way that I thought it would work out? And sometimes that's super frustrating for me. Really, really frustrating. And I don't want to go through, I told y'all a lot of times I'm very, very honest on here. And mm, I was dating, not courting or not being courted by, but dating different people. And a person in particular, I really, really thought like this could be the person. And I've kind of shared a little bit about this. They were not, clearly, because I'm still single, right? But it did teach me a lot about myself. And it also taught me a lot about them. I do believe that relationships can be mirrors, any type of relationship, because on here we don't just speak about romantic relationships, we also speak about, like I said, all different types. Um, we talk about as much as we can, with regards to those relationships. And I don't believe that just because something didn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out, that means it is horrible, ever ending, never going to pan out. I don't believe that. Like meaning in life. It just didn't pan out this time. It just didn't work out this time. But I still have hope that it will indeed work out. Maybe I am a hopeless romantic. You know, I don't know. But I do still have hope and still believe that it is eventually going to work out in my favor. And that's all I can do is trust that. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, that's all I can do when it comes to that. Has been interesting to say the least. Hey, Chef. Nice to see you, sir.
Hey,
Glad you're here. Because I don't like talking to myself when I'm talking to people.
You're not
But
talking to yourself.
I'm trying to like look at, but I'm working the screens, talking to people. We have a few people joining us. Tracy is on, so I'll say hi to Tracy. And I was just talking about how sometimes relationships don't work, and how the last one I thought it might have been something. In relationship, I don't mean necessarily like he was my boyfriend, I was his girlfriend, you my man, woman, not that type, but just we have a relationship. I'm using it in the general sense of term, but I really did think that he could have been the one. And I hate when I tell like all my truth on my podcast, but I'm low key having some difficulty with the fact that like I'm cool that it didn't. Cool might not be the word. I've come to terms with the fact that it's not going to be right. But I can't lie. Sometimes it's more difficult because we actually still are in communication. Like we'll run into each other. So then it kind of plays back how things were when we were together. You know that, like that breakup situation, like if you are really in a relationship and you break up and then you go to the place where y'all either met or the place where y'all used to always go to dinner or the place where y'all used to always hang out. Right. And it's just like
deja vu
all the time.
Wow.
And I'm not going to stop doing what I love to do just because I might run into this person. Or I've had this before, like I was cool with the person's family. I'm not going to stop being out or not go to a cookout because you might be there with your new boo.
I guess it depends on how you like your reaction when you see that person in the spots that y'all used to hang out together.
Like my reaction, did you know I was a speech and drama major? So I'm an actress too. So I'm cool, calm, and collected. You won't know how I'm feeling. I'm not, showing you how I feel. But I'll go back to one of my friends and be like, you know what? Like, case in point, when I was with this one guy, when I tell you, he really couldn't do a lot for me at the time. Just really couldn't. I don't want to give specifics because then that might give them away. And I'm not trying to this is not about outing them. And now Joe is living his best life. Like I see him, because we're still friends. So I still see posts still come up, whatever. And I'm just like, it's some of the places are my spots, like places I used to go or places I went with him. And now he's taking his new boo, whatever. I'm happy. You happy? I'm happy that you happy.
Is that the one that got away?
Huh?
That's the one that got away?
Oh no.
Oh, I mean.
Different person.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm trying to think. Is he even in the book? Tracy would know. I don't even know.
Tracy would know.
She would know if she would know probably who I'm talking about with me saying that. Yeah. But
okay.
I can't remember if he's in the book or not now. I can't remember. I'll have to see. I'm trying to find the notes again. But anyway, what do you think? Like, is that hard for you to do? Like, just move? No, you just move on and you don't care if you go to the same place? You probably take the next girl to the same place, huh? I'm laughing, but why? Why
It's
do
the
you do
place.
that?
It's the because
It's a
it's the
nice
place.
place.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Why not?
Oh my gosh. So do you have like standard places, like top 5 places that you like to take your date? I'm not
Nah,
asking you what they are. I'm not trying to give
nah,
you
nah,
gold all
I
of
don't
this.
have like nah, because it's case by case. Every woman deserves their own experience with me and in a new setting. And but as far if it's just like a regular Tuesday, yeah, I go to a place that I may have.
Gone before.
Yeah, but if I'm planning a date, it's a new experience.
So how do you make the same location new? Like a new
Because
experience mean? How do you do that?
it's a new person. Um, the chemistry will be different. They may bring different characteristics out of you that you normally probably wouldn't share with the next person or the previous person. Or, so I mean that by itself will make the experience new.
Okay. I can see that.
No, no,
Yeah, no, I could see that.
no.
I
I
mean,
mean the
I'm not saying
chemistry,
I
the
have not done the
connection.
repeat places. If I like a spot, I like a spot. And if you just happen to be the person that I'm with at the time where I like the
That's
spot,
what I'm
then
saying. Yeah, exactly. So I'm agreeing with you. If we did it and it's a regular Tuesday, and I'm like, yo, I'm going up here to get me a slab of ribs or something like that, then hey,
you just
come
going
on.
to go get the slab of the
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to get some ribs.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
hopefully getting some ribs later.
see no.
What I say wrong?
Man, what if a kid is watching this? You want to keep it
Some
PG.
ribs.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So while you do that, I just need you to take it for a second. I am trying to, it's not allowing me to share. And I think I gotta do it
Who
from
you
my
trying to
phone.
who you trying to share with?
Just sharing it on socials. We want people to join us live.
You talk. I thought you
But I
said something
couldn't
about that.
walk away or turn away. Like it does it one way. It wouldn't allow me to do it the way that I need to. So I might have to like not close down, but shut it
And
down.
you
But
know what?
anyway,
I think Erica's spirit jumped on me because I just heard a song when you say walk away, and it was this
don't sing
old
it
school
or say it
song.
though, because
It's
YouTube
this
is
old school song
okay, yeah. Because they will block us for the song.
for the song, really.
They'll be like, it's copyright material. Even if you say the author in the name. YouTube is
I
petty.
was,
I've been
but
the author and the name of the song, and
that's
they still blocked
crazy
me.
because you know
Yeah.
how many words we use, and
You know,
you can get
right?
blocked for anything. That's
They
crazy.
must have some serious like detection because I'm telling you, I am not lying. They have blocked me from my own stuff. I'm like, I wrote the song. I'm copywritten on here. Like, how you gonna stop
Wow.
me from doing it?
Wow. So
Yeah,
like how do you like navigate through that? Like
I
so
really don't.
is
I
there
just
like
don't.
a preview button you can see if
No, they just tell me after it's over, after recording. Oh, you had copyright material and you can't, or they don't allow me to like. It stops me from getting the views and all the above. And
so
so yeah,
it just sits in a vote. It can never be uploaded.
it's uploaded, but it like I
They don't
can't.
push it. They don't push the
They
algorithm.
definitely don't push it, and sometimes you get like right now we're not monetized, but at one point I did do some monetization, so I can't monetize somebody else's stuff. But I'm like, if it's my stuff, why can't I monetize my own stuff? I don't know. I haven't really got the answer for that. Like one day I want to really be y'all. I guess this isn't a short a bridge, whatever, but I want to be able to take care of all the things that I need to take care as an independent recording artist, podcast host, speaker. Like it's a lot of different things that I don't get a chance to really focus on. I was just on Bands in Town, which I don't know if you've heard about, but Bands in Town for artists, you can post your gigs, your engagements, and I post our podcast on there too, and then it shows up on my website. And I just found out why it's not showing up on YouTube, because we're doing this for free. But if we ever monetize it or make people have to pay to be a part, they'll do they won't do free postings, but they'll do the paid ones. I don't always want to get paid. Like, I do this as a labor of love. It's, a way for me to get my thoughts out. Maybe that's the former counselor in me. Just to be, even though I'm not counting on this podcast, would be able to talk to people and talk through things. But yeah, it's a
Is
pain.
that
But you
like
can
a
talk about the song, but just
is
don't
that
name the song.
is that like a different personality, like counseling, and then because you was like, it's like a mode that you got to be in to counsel somebody, or is it just
Mm-mm.
that's
For
just
me,
you?
it wasn't. For me, counseling is so much like singing, being on a stage. Because when you're on the stage, you're not thinking about your life. You're not thinking about what you're going through. You're not thinking about what you got to do afterwards. You're present. At least I was. I try to be present with the audience, because I always want to encourage and uplift. And I was telling them in the beginning how we've shifted, from focusing on mental health advocacy, which will always still be my heart. I have a suicide awareness t-shirt on today, because I went through so much in that, and mental health does affect every aspect, or can affect every aspect of our life. But my desire to help encourage and uplift people and try to resolve conflict through my own life experiences, through your life experiences, through Erica's life experiences. We have different, age ranges, and we have different perspectives as male and female, the different perspectives of married and single, or, I'm saying, engaged
Hmm.
and never engaged. Like, we have perspective. And soon we'll have Dr. Ashley, will soon be Dr. Ashley. I'm calling her that now, she's getting her doctorate, and she'll be joining us, from time to time. And she's a marriage and family therapist. So we'll have different perspective on what it is that we're saying, just to also help other people. She was always going to be a part, just life, it's a lot of work getting your doctorate. So she did say she definitely is going to join us in the future on some shows. And I hope to still find another male that's married, that could take Drew's place. I think that we definitely have some type of camaraderie, on the show. And if nothing else, even I posted the other day, smile. Even if you're smiling through your pain, just smile. Like, something shifts when you smile, regardless. There's always something to be thankful for, even when you're going through with the relationships, even when stuff is not working. And that's any type, family relationships. I like being on the other side. You know what I mean? Through is just through. But let's get
Hmm.
to the other side. Where you are now doesn't have to be where you end up.
Amen. Amen.
Yep.
Amen. Good
So,
sister. Amen. That's some good words right there. That's some good food right there.
but sometimes I
Yeah.
try. Sometimes,
Yeah, that's some good
sometimes
food
I
right there.
try.
So look, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
If you were a guy, if you were a man,
Mhm.
give me 10 things that you will avoid when dating a woman.
10 things.
A five. Give me 5 things that you'll
I was
avoid.
like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
um,
If
10
I
off the top of my
if I would
head.
have now look, if I would have asked you, give me 10 preferences of dating a man for you. You would have had a whole list.
I don't
He
know.
gotta
I
be
don't know
six
that
foot
I
five.
would.
You gotta be like 6'5". He gotta have good hygiene. You would have come on
See,
now.
no,
Come on now.
not it. You don't have to be 6'5". You just need to be taller than me.
What's you can be 5'9" and date you.
You could be, but it's not my preference. We talked about this. We're not talking about that now. Let me give you
So
the characteristics.
basically what you saying, you got more than 10 on your list for when you dating male.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know that. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I wrote at one point. I did write down stuff, but I don't know where everything is right now. One of the things that we were just talking about,
The
that would be
cap is
Tracy
at
and
an
I.
all-time
No,
high.
serious. We were talking about how we would just go through with stuff and not like really. We would pray about it. I said I prayed and didn't listen, like didn't listen for the answer. And Tracy was like, she's done the same. And so now we're like trying to listen to what the answer is. And although I know I should, sometimes I still do it my way. What is wrong with me? But to answer your question, 5
5
things.
things you'll avoid when dating a woman if you was a guy.
Comparing her to your past is a definite no. Like
5
you might
things.
have a comparison, but don't tell us that. Don't be like,
You
you
mean
know,
you
earlier
mean
you
you
used to
won't
do it like that. Whatever, in any aspect.
so you mean avoid a woman that don't talk about her ex.
No, I'm saying um don't compare the whatever anything that your ex used to do with your new woman. She ain't cook that way. She, if y'all are having sexual encounters, she ain't do it that way. Um, Shirley, I don't know why I picked Shirley, but Shirley always went to the store first before she came home, so she ain't have to run back out. Shirley, don't compare your past girl to your new girl.
I'm gonna ask you the question again.
Okay, maybe I don't understand. Go
Yeah,
on.
give me 5 things. If you was a man, now you the man. Give me 5 things that you will avoid when dating women.
I would not do that. That's one thing I wouldn't do. I would not compare my past girl with my new girl.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Okay, man. Again,
That's one.
um, ooh, void. If I was a man,
It's kind of tough. Look at her.
I know I got
She's
to think
sweating a
about
little
it.
bit. Look, she's scratching her head. She's sweating.
Yeah, but I'm not sweating. But I'm too cute to sweat right
Sweat.
now. But
Okay. Okay. I like the
okay.
haircut. I like the haircut.
Thank you. I cut it myself.
Yeah.
I wanted something different. Tracy said restate the question. Let's just restate it one more time. That gives me some time to like.
If you was a man dating women, give me 5 things that you will avoid when
Okay.
dating women.
So that's still my first one. I wouldn't
Okay.
compare.
Okay.
I was a man. Because clearly I'm not a man.
Yeah, clearly you're not. But you
this,
know women
this
though.
is
You know
hard.
women. You know women.
I do. If I was a man, I wouldn't, and I was dating a woman, I would not, I wouldn't stop the way that I got her. Stop being the way that I got her. So I would be consistent in the way that I did. So if we always went out once or twice a week, we gonna go out once or twice a week. Even if kids, even if whatever, I would be consistent in whatever um things I did. If I was funny before, I'm gonna be funny in the relationship as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's 2. Tracy, help me out. Or anybody watching, help me out. Ooh,
Let's
Erica,
go
where are
back.
you when we need you?
Let's go back and forth. So if it was me, and I would say I would stay away from men that are not generous.
And what would be generous in your like what constitutes generosity?
Like if someone needs, if I know, like, I'm not forced to give, but I want to give because of the person that I'm with or the person that I'm into. Like I'm not selfish. So I'm not looking for anybody that's selfish,
Got you.
but I'm not looking for anybody that is a pushover either.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So very generous, but no pushover. Like it's a limit. Like, oh, okay. But if I can help, I can help. Somebody that's proactive.
So Tracy said avoid trying to mold the woman, accept her for who she is. I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Because
a good one. That is a
y'all
good one.
try to make us be what y'all want us to be. For
What you
sure.
mean? What you mean?
Men, yo, you a
Aretha,
man.
look, Aretha said something in her song back in the day, and you know the lyrics. I can't say the lyrics because I don't want to get banned.
You're not gonna get mad. It'll be me because it's on my page. But does it begin with the R? That one?
Not respect. That you got to be what he needs you to be when he needs you to be it. So you
Yeah,
don't
no.
like that part. You don't like that lyric, huh?
Mm-mm.
But that's what
I
she
mean,
was
yes,
saying.
to an extent, because I'm a nurturer. I'm kind. I want to be caring. But if I need to like put you in your place, I have ways.
What you mean? Well, okay. You mean
Meaning,
like,
if you said or done something
can a
that
woman really put a man in his place? Or what? I mean, is it
nobody can do anything to anybody else per se. It's
okay?
all like so. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, no, like you can't put somebody in anybody. But I'm just saying, if I there are ways to redirect energy, conversation. There are ways,
Okay. 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 I get
not
it.
forceful. You can't force anybody to do or be anything.
You're right. You can't. You can't force
Mm-mm.
nobody to be anything other than what they want to be,
Or who they're supposed to be,
who
or
they're
who God
supposed to
created
be.
them to be. Like I'm gonna be Lisa all day. Lisa don't really back down to nothing. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. You might not know when
I
I'm gonna
I
say it,
I
but I'm gonna say
I,
it.
I don't want to mold you to
Here we
be
go.
something that you, but I do want you to know what I like and what I want my wife to be. And I think because if you're in a relationship, you guys gonna the woman is gonna conform. Like I just feel like people conform in a relationship to fit what that relationship is. But if you don't want to conform and move as a unit, let me say it that way. You don't want to if you don't want to move as a unit, then why are you even in a relationship? If you don't want to be molded into the woman that I need for this relationship, then maybe you're not the one that it should be in a relationship with me, right? Am I
But that's
wrong?
not your
Or
job. Yeah, you're wrong. That's God. God is the one who does the molding, not us. I can tell you. You can tell me. You can let me know what it is. That is flexibility. Molding feels like control. Good answer. So you
molding
can't.
feel like control?
Yeah, if I'm like God is the
Hmm.
potter, we the clay. He molds us into what He wants us to
I, I
be.
don't I don't I
You not
don't I don't
God.
I
My
don't
man is
I
not
don't
God.
I don't necessarily agree with that because I see people conforming all the time to things that is not of God at all. So what you're saying to me is if we are in a relationship, and I mean it's great conversation, right? If we are in a
Right.
relationship, if we are in a relationship and I don't like my spaghetti with sugar or anything like that, you still gonna put sugar in it?
No.
So I have to
But
tell you
that's
what I
not
like.
molding.
But
That's me
listen,
giving
I
you
have to.
information because I want to please my man, or I want to
But how?
be.
But if you pleasing him, you're conforming to what he likes, right?
I'm not conforming because just because you
You
don't
just
want
don't like
sugar,
the
no,
word.
I don't
You
like
don't
sugar in
like
my
the word.
spaghetti. However, I know somebody who makes sugar in it. They put it in their sauce
You
for
don't like the
lasagna.
word.
I don't make it
You
that
just
way.
don't like the word.
No, it's because that's a completely different molding and conforming. Like, hold on, because you know we don't.
If you're molding something, you're developing something. You're turning something into something else other than what it was. Like I'm molding it into a bowl or a glass or something, right? Right? That's molding, right? Or I'm tripping. That's how y'all using it, right? I'm just saying
I don't think so.
if okay,
Crazy.
if you
Wait, she says that she should already be an individual coming into the relationship, and I
yeah,
agree. I
she
don't think
is.
that molding and conforming are the same thing. And
So
I always like to look it up to give the exact
so
word.
if she is definitely an individual when she
Mhm.
comes in a relationship. However, you're gonna have to learn and study your person. And once you get to learn it, you're gonna actually be you're molding each other. Y'all doing it with each other.
Isn't that just sharing information and being flexible? Like what?
No,
Crazy.
because you can share information with anybody and they still don't get it right. That's why we got single people out here because you're not being what I need you to be in my relationship. They keep me placed in a relationship, right? No?
Let's see what it says. Okay, so I just put molding versus conform. Molding, this is AI overview. Molding and conforming both involve shaping, but molding is an active, forced process of shaping material into a specific rigid form, whereas conforming is the act of adapting, adjusting, or yielding to fit an external standard or mold. Molding is action, conforming is the result. So
I don't
if you don't like sugar in your spaghetti and I love you, which I do love you, Chef. However, and I love you and we're in a relationship, then I may conform to your way of cooking, or I might just put sugar in mine if I like sugar. But you didn't make me mold me into doing that, it's because of my love for you and because we're cool. I'm willing to learn my partner's likes and dislikes. Exactly. That's just sharing information and being flexible and being understanding. If I
Okay,
don't
I
like,
get it.
do you?
No, no, no. I get it. I think it's great conversation, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, okay, let's say conform because I did say conform 3 times. So let's say conform. You're conforming to move as a unit. Yes, she is an individual before she get in this relationship, but however, she's gonna do what the relationship. She's gonna be what the relationship needs, and hopefully we are aligned with each other to move the relationship forward.
See, I think I'm part of the problem because, like, I told you, I hate to cook. I can cook. I will cook. Clearly, I got meat on my bones, so I like food. I consider myself a foodie. But, yeah, perspective again. Good points, Tracy. You on point. Anyway, I don't like to cook. And that's something that I share with guys that I date off the rip because a lot of guys are still in that mentality where they want their woman to be the one that's cooking, blah, blah, blah. Believe it or not, I've dated a lot of guys who cook and cook well and could cook better than me. And I love it. I don't mind doing some of the stuff because I also at 52, I've had to do stuff by myself for so long. So don't nobody take out my trash. I've had to do it. If I didn't have to, it would be great. But if I got
But
married, it
are
wouldn't
you are
necessarily.
you are you going to learn how to cook?
I said I can cook. I
Oh,
do
you
know
can cook.
how.
Okay,
Absolutely. I just don't
okay,
like to.
but you will cook.
Sometimes, but it won't be every night. Nope, not happening. Especially when I was a counselor, I would get home like 9 o'clock from sessions. Like my sessions would end at 8. That's the last thing I want to do.
I
And
get
I'm
it.
not really the type of person who likes to meal prep. I've done it. I don't like monotony, so that bores me. So these are all discussions though. I'm very, very, very aware of my flaws and very, very aware of what I will do and won't do. And so like if I meet a guy and he wants me to cook for him every night, you're not the guy for me, nor am I the woman for you, because that's something that I'm not going to do. I just want to read this. That is why the commentary came in that younger women are more moldable. They will do more of what you want them to do. But I think there's a cost with that too. Yeah, that's just not me. But I'm very clear about this and I'm very honest and open to that in the beginning. And it's your choice if you choose to stay. Knowing that I'm not going to cook all the time, I will cook. We can cook together. I would prefer that than you thinking that I'm supposed to be the only one going to the grocery store, the only one going. I got to like just like you. I work hard just like you. So I don't necessarily believe this is a man's job, this is a woman's job. I think it's whatever that couple needs to survive or whatever that couple wants to do to make it work. But I'm technically dating somebody now. He's just like, I want a home cooked meal. And the times that I was going to invite him over to have one, he wasn't available. So guess what? He lost out. But I'm not going to set, hey babe, what you doing on Thursday? I'm gonna cook a dinner. Nope, not doing that. You can catch me when I cook. But it's not gonna be a specific because that's just not me.
I get
I
it.
don't.
I get that. I
Now
get
I've
that.
dated some guys who could throw down and they love cooking. It was
I
almost
get
like
that.
that was their act of service. Like they love being able to feed me because I'm for real, low key like a dude. The weight of my heart is through my stomach too. You cook a good meal. Woo, I might fall in love with you. But low key for real, low key not for real. But yeah, I love, I think it's sexy too, a man in the kitchen. You know what I mean? But I'm also the type I cook and I clean. I don't expect for you to clean because I was the one cooking. I just don't like for people to put expectations on me that I would not put on them. And we
But
have those conversations. And,
I get that.
you know, no, like the short hair. I've dated some guys, they would have hate that I cut my hair off. One, because I ain't say nothing to them first. I am not my hair. You don't own anything on my body. I could do whatever I want. And I might tell you I might cut it off. Or I might have just woke up like I did the other day and I was just like, I'm just gonna cut it. And that's what I did. Um, it'll grow or it won't. I'm okay with that. And whoever I date has to be okay with that. And it's not about money. Some guys will be like, I'll pay for you to get it done. And, they don't like the natural look. Like, it's still natural. I just have it flat. But
Mhm.
they don't like that. Everybody has their preference. I don't have nothing to do with that. But you can't make me do something just because it doesn't work right for you. And I wouldn't do the same thing for
Understand,
you. To me, the
understand
golden
that.
rule extends past just treat you right. I wouldn't,
Just wow. I don't know. I'm just accustomed to a different type of woman out here. So, you
yeah,
know,
you young too.
nah, it ain't, I don't even think it got anything because I've dated young and old. So it ain't, I don't know. I've never left the house, and I can honestly say this. In any relationship I've been in, I've never left the house in the morning without breakfast or a packed lunch. And if she's cooking dinner, I'm probably washing dishes. So I think it's just I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak on stuff that I've never experienced, but I don't know.
I just wouldn't expect for you to do that. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying that I wouldn't help, but don't make it a mandatory thing for me. And honestly, so one of the things
I
that
get
I
that
do
too.
want to talk
Yeah.
about on here, huh?
I said no, I get that too. I understand that. Yeah, don't
A lot of my
I
thought process is because of the trauma I've experienced. So I understand that as well. And I'm very open with whoever. And I am going to talk about that more on this platform and hopefully even the live engagements that Tracy and I'll do about the book. Like I talk about it in the book. Um, I'm not the person that you can force to do pretty much anything because I've been forced to do what I didn't want to do.
I got you.
So eh, sorry. Not sorry. Like this is me, but I am loyal to you. I am willing to help you build. Like shoot, sometimes you give me an idea, whatever. I'm helping you build your company more than I'm even doing my own. Like I'm good at what I'm good at, not good at what I'm not good at. And I clean too. I hate it. I don't want to do it. It's funny. I have a brand new dishwasher and yet I usually wash by hand. Like I'm so used to doing it. Sometimes we do things in relationships because we're used to doing it. I'm not saying I'm open to changing, but Lisa Gilliam probably will never marry a man who expects for me to cook, clean. It's hard enough when I get up in the morning, especially because of the pain and stuff. So yeah, you want me to get up when I can't hardly even stand at the stove to cook and of course that wasn't my whole life, but there's sometimes other reasons that why I would do or wouldn't do. I'm willing to talk about it, but that won't be an everyday thing for me because just like my hands work, yours do too.
Amen.
And like I
Amen.
said, I've been taking out the trash all my life, so
Amen. So you get into a place in your relationship when do you say, how's this benefiting me?
I say that before I get into the relationship. If we're
Got you.
both
I
not
got you.
able to get something out of it, like again, I told you about the dude that I broke things off with. I wasn't happy, but I also was sitting at home on the weekends by myself. And we were supposed to be talking. I was already doing that. It wasn't a change. So if I'm gonna be by myself anyway, I might as well be by myself. I can do bad by myself. I can take myself out. That's not, and I voiced it, nothing changed. So the old me used to stay, and Tracy can attest to this, stay in something longer than I wanted to because I didn't want to hurt. And I didn't. I feel like I still stayed there a little bit longer than I should have, but I knew my feelings weren't growing in the positive, but his were. And I'm not about to string you along either. Not for no gifts, not for no presents, because this is right before Valentine's Day, not for no birthdays. I've broken up before anniversaries. Like I'm not about to use
Wow.
anybody.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. You don't
But
want to
I
play
know a
no
lot of
games or
people
waste
who
no
don't
time.
do that. They
Right.
they don't care about that. But because I do care about you as an individual, I'm not stringing you along.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's
That
just
sounds,
me.
yeah, yeah. That sounds like a song need to be written.
I know.
That sounds
I was
like a
just so
song.
Tracy. I've been writing. I
Sounds like
need to
a
probably write more because I haven't written a
That
song or
sounds like a
poem or
song. Yeah.
nothing in a while. But yeah.
Uh,
Is there
uh,
anything you want to say to close us out, sir?
listen, I appreciate everybody that tunes in. You know, I thank you. I appreciate you, and voicing your opinions. I hope you come back again and again and again, and we're gonna keep getting better. So just keep coming back. All
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely. Thank you all for watching. We are going to try. I told them I was going to try to do better to really start at 8. I had an HOA meeting and I forgot about it. It was at 7, so I wasn't planning on going. And then when we changed the time, but now everybody knows the new time is 8 o'clock. We look forward to you watching now and watching it later on. And it's always going to be right now just shared on YouTube, so you can see it right after the replay. Usually within 24 hours, they have posted it again. But then it'll be on Apple, Amazon, iHeart, Spotify. Shout out to Spotify because Spotify makes it available to the other platforms. So we look forward to you all just continuing to post about LLG's Random but Real and let us know how you're doing. Thank you for watching, those who are watching and listening. And we're out. One singing lady out.